Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you are new here. For today's video, I will be sharing with you guys these questions that I have gathered and used to as a reviewer when I was preparing for my IR1 Manila US Embassy interview. Luckily, those questions that was asked by the consul were also from this set of questions. So let's get started. Good morning. Who is your petitioner? How are you related to him? When and how did you meet your spouse? What does he do for a living? How do you communicate with your spouse? How old is your spouse? Where do you plan to live in the United States? Was your spouse married previously? Do you know the name of his previous spouse? Do you know the reason for the divorce? Do you know when did the divorce get finalized? How long has your spouse lived in his current address? What are his hobbies and interests? What are the names of your spouse's parents? What is your spouse's religious background? Does your spouse speak and understand your language? How long have you been corresponding with your spouse? Has your spouse ever been convicted of a crime? What are the crimes he committed? How long has your spouse been in the United States? How do you spell your spouse's middle name? What can you say about the state where your spouse lives in? Does your spouse have any siblings? What are their names? What is your spouse's favorite food? Does your spouse have any pets? What are their names? When and where was your spouse born? How and when did he acquire his U.S. citizenship? Did your spouse go to college? Where? When and where did you get married? Do you speak and understand your spouse's language? How long have you known your spouse? Why do you want to come to the United States? Tell me about your wedding. Did you have an engagement party? Who was there? Do you or did you have honeymoon plans? Do you and your spouse have plans of having children in the future? Have you met your spouse's parents? How often do you communicate with your spouse? When do you plan on entering the United States? How many times have you been married? How does your family feel about the marriage? As a couple, why did you decide to move to United States than your own country? Describe the proposal. When was it? How many times have you met in person? How many people showed up to your wedding? How long did you date before getting married? Have you overstayed a visitor visa? Have you ever been denied of a visa to any country? Have you ever been to America? Do you have any relatives in the US? When was the last time you saw him? What made you guys fall in love with each other? Have you ever been out of the country? Are you going to work there? When was the first time you talked? When did you personally see each other? Did he have a previous marriage? When did you start your formal relationship? When did he propose? Does your spouse have any kids? What are their names? Congratulations! You passed the interview. Welcome to the United States.